Hey, what's going on, guys? To Intuitive 717 here. I am back with another reading. We're going to dive right into the Divine Masculine Collective. We'll see what the current energy is of the Divine Masculines. There could be something in the title of the reading as well that's already resonating with you. We'll definitely tap into the Feminine's energy as well, because you're definitely connected to them, especially very heavily at this time as they walk through the awakening. I feel like they can no longer avoid that it is some kind of spiritual awakening that they're going through. And I feel like how most of them in this collective right now that I'm channeling for are seeing it is in the feelings for you, a lot of the deep emotions for you. Okay, there's nothing in the world that can take hold of a man's heart like a woman's love. And so I feel like that's why you carry such a charge for the Divine Masculines, okay? The chemistry, the sensual pull towards them, all of it, they feel it. Just as much as you feel it, they feel it as well. So right now is just one of those bumps on the journey where a lot of your Divine Masculines are kind of tripping over your love. There's a lot of focus on you, attention on you, what it is you're doing. So that tells me, Divine Feminine, that you're in a place of detachment. And whenever you're in a place of detachment, it really makes your Divine Masculine go crazy, because there's some kind of growth waiting to happen for them as well. Before I dig into those and the changes that they may be experiencing or going through, I'm just going to cut this in half and see where their current feelings are. Okay, so we have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, so as they awaken at this time, I feel like what you have to do with this is they can't get to you or feel the passion again, the euphoria, everything that you would feel for them that they normally feel on an energetic level. It feels like a flame that's been stifled. Many of your Divine Masculines are either dealing with people who are highly codependent on them, or they could be very highly codependent on certain addictions that may be burning out their flame. And what I mean by burning out their flame is like their energy, it feels like it is so tired. There is no room for being able to know how to manifest or want good things in your life. It's constantly being drowned out by things like, it could be alcohol, it could be drugs, it could be sex, if they're dealing with that type of addiction. It could be addiction to even like social media. That could be a big thing right now, where many of them don't understand or realize that a lot of the screen time is taking away their focus from doing things like spending time out in nature, or making sure that they are exercising or keeping a balanced diet, or maybe not realizing that after a particular age they should start cleansing their body. They have yet to realize a lot of these things. So there is a heavy emphasis right now on being able to just heal and clean themselves up. That's just really been a big thing. I think in my playlist there's the song Simple and Clean. When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please baby, don't go. Simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go. So I feel like for a lot of them, they're at that point where they know they have to clean up shop. Like they really do have to start paying attention to the spiritual side of this journey, because they're suffering. I do feel like if a lot of your Divine Masculines are at that age where, I want to say like 40 is that number, where they're realizing they could press that reset button and have another like wonderful 50 more years of their life that's healthy and it's filled with accomplishing their goals and their dreams. But they're really struggling right now with being able to kick away addictions. And this is really tough in this current 3D vibration that we are vibrating in. But this is also why your energy is very important and significant at this time, Divine Feminine, because they see you just ice skating through this shit. And they're like, how are you doing this? This feels like I am deep in snow and I didn't pack snowshoes. Like I'm literally having to take one leg out of the deep snow, and there you are just like walking through everything, skiing through everything. You packed your skis, Divine Feminine, okay? So along with the codependent energy, let's see what else your Divine Masculines are going through. Okay, so there is a need for some kind of new beginning, but they know they have to have courage and take action. Jupiter is kicking their ass right now. I feel like with lessons of having to maybe speak up and have the courage. This is haunting them, where they might feel unworthy right now because they're not being brave enough to take a stand, a bold stand in their life. And this has a lot to do with addictions, okay? Many of your masculines, they might look at you and wonder like how it is you have the strength to stay sober through this dense experience. How the hell do you stay happy and sober and optimistic through this dense experience? I literally have to rely, right? Codependent, rely on addictions. But I feel like what you represent, Divine Feminine, is the solution that many of them are seeking, which is you got to speak up. You have to really just go after the life that you want for yourself. And if you know that you're suffering with addictive behaviors, the best thing to do is change your environment, right? Boot out everything that contributes to the addiction, and there you go. So many of them are having a hard time with that realization. They're also in a state of regret and repression, which is when you repress a lot of the memories that make you feel a lot of regret. So they're having trouble remaining accountable. A lot of them might be feeling like, damn it, like I'm suffering right now because of the decisions that I have made. I've put myself here. Right now, they could be in a place of like blaming others around them, wanting other people to change their behaviors so that way that they can heal or do better. But they have to get to that place where they realize like they have to change their own behaviors in order to heal. Okay, right now they could be lashing out at everybody. They could be blaming people for the past. Many of them could be experiencing a sense of lack. So as quick as they spend money, it feels like they're cranky about it. Like right now, if they have to spend money, they're going back to their bank account and they're like cranky about the fact that they had to spend this because their finances are just lacking. As long as you're addicted to karmic cycles, it will always take from you. It feels like an energetic vampire always taking from your energy, your resources, pentacles, emotions. Everything will just feel drained. And then when you boot that energy out that's taking from you, you start to feel a sense of everything coming back. So many of your masculines could be avoiding the fact that they need to be alone on the journey for quite some time. They could be under the grasp of a lot of things holding on to their energy in the form of addiction, addictive people towards them. They're addicted towards other people, substances, anything that's numbing themselves out. They haven't yet come to the realization that it's like, wait a second, in order for me to spiritually grow, these things cannot exist around me. I cannot consume certain things, certain chemicals. Remember, we had Tara's energy. I think it was green Tara and white Tara. Tara Tara Lambo Gara Gora Barangara. Sorry guys, I love green Tara's energy. And now I have her mantra in my head. So I feel like many of them, they're getting signs of that. In order to take action and create these new beginnings, it all starts with self and like how it is they treat their own bodies. What are the things that are contributing to like their downfall? That's a harsh word I'm getting on this journey, is like suffering. They're realizing that they've been contributing to their own suffering, to their own codependency, their own addictions. Okay, a lot of dark energy, harsh energy coming through for this collective. Let's get the dark mirrors. And with the dark mirrors as well, Divine Feminine, this could be important energy that comes through for you, because you could be, when it's a mirror, sometimes some of the frustration you might be feeling, or like, let's say you're normally an optimistic person, everything is going well in your life, you're thriving, but then you'll be hit with an onset of like dark energy, or you definitely feel something's off or something's up, or you might feel overwhelmed. But when you think about it in your own life, you're just like, but wait a second, you check on everything seems to be okay with you. It's usually picking up on glimpses of what your divine masculines are going through. So let's see what this card reflects, since we do have some dark energies that are coming out in the form of regret, repression. And if you look, these two images are very similar, so they're definitely going through the worst of it, because it is difficult when you sit with yourself and you realize, like, damn it, like I'm going through hell right now and I have nobody to blame but myself. You know, like I'm responsible because I keep either entertaining the same cycles, I don't know how to stand up for myself, I don't know how to say no to certain things that are hurting my body, my health, my spiritual aura. I don't know how to stop the cycle of my flame burning out. Okay, so many of you might be feeling a bit of that fatigue, exhaustion, insomnia. So let's see what you're picking up on, Divine Feminines. Okay, so we have the child I was meant to be. So a lot of them could be struggling with the past here. Where did my life go? Where did I go wrong? I had so much going for myself. I had so many dreams, and when I look around me, I haven't accomplished it yet. This is just not the life that I want. So many of them could be reconnecting back to their inner child. That could be what they're really deep in thought about. I feel like, you know what? Whoever this divine masculine is, they had a lot of big dreams and goals. And I feel like a thought that often comes up with them is, you know, when sometimes people around you condition you, like let's say you were a kid that was like a troublemaker, and you'd always hear like, oh, you'll never amount to anything, and you'll do this, and then you tell yourself like, no, like, you know, screw you guys, like, fuck you, I'm gonna, you know, do big things with my life. And then you end up getting caught up in that same energy that people tell you, like you'd never amount to anything, and then it ends up manifesting in the people that you hang out with, the people that you hold on to. They're not going anywhere in life, and then they end up dragging you down, because if you never heal and you never follow through on that inner voice that says fuck everybody, and you allow the voices of other people to weigh you down, you lose that inner child's imagination, their tenacity, right? So this could be a message for many of you, not just the divine masculine, anyone listening. You be the adult today that protects that inner child. Bring their imagination back to life. So this could be something that a lot of your divine masculines are really struggling with right now. Okay, we have black flower fragrance. And this could be the karmic energy that many of them are dealing with. You know, the black flower, although it's enticing and beautiful, when you get close to it, it lets out poison. I feel like that's what many of them are struggling with. As part of this codependency could be sex addiction for many of them. With the black flower fragrance. Okay, so seductive energy, lust, the spirit of lust. Learning that these types of energies are real. They are spirits that overcome us in the form of addiction. So, like for example, many of you may know from occult sciences that alcohol is a spirit, alcohol. Okay, well, the energy of lust is also a spirit that overtakes us. Okay, so a lot of them could be opening up their third eye, learning about things like this and how it is it manifests in our environment, okay, the people around us, the things that we consume. I feel like a lot of your masculines too, when it comes to, I hear a lot of people in certain videos calling it corn addiction, so that way they don't get flagged, so I'm going to say corn. They're starting to like piece that together as well and realize that something is feeding off of them, something is taking away their vitality and their energy. You know, many of your masculines too, they're not physically active as well because something is eating away at their ability to be active. Okay, let's see what else is coming up here. So we have anger and chains. Okay, so this could be the energy here as well that is weighing them down. It has to do with their environment. I feel like the addictions come in when they get upset with their environment and they get into that blaming energy, and then they just feel trapped. But they have to take accountability and start cleaning up their environment themselves. Okay, and lastly, we do have obsession. Okay, and I feel like your energy is kind of creeping in there, Divine Feminine. Let's get a Romance Angel card. What are they feeling for the Divine Feminine at this time that makes them feel obsessive? Okay, these are way too many, so I will take what's at the very top and then the bottom. Okay, so we have flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. So this could be making them feel obsessed with you, where your energy represents a lighthearted energy. Sometimes you trigger them as well because they could feel like they don't know if they'll ever be good enough. That's what I'm getting with a lot of this dark energy. I feel like also too, they need to take accountability. Sometimes looking at you and obsessing over you can cause them to dig into this energy even more because they feel so unworthy. They don't know why you've come into their lives. Why would you bother them? Why would you even come near them? And you're like, I am here to help you heal. Right? Lilu, I am here to protect you. I protect from the fifth element, but he doesn't realize that. So it's like your energy frustrates him as well. Okay, you're like this Tinkerbell fairy energy that comes, and instead of opening up their arms and receiving it, they just get confused and they want you to just go away. Right? This is the energy that a lot of them are experiencing, healing family issues, and this has to do with the codependency, okay? So this could be family and friends. Even your divine masculines may have a hard time realizing that karmic energy comes in the form of family and friends. Like disconnecting and drawing boundaries with people who are family. Sometimes it's the people closest to you that have you caught up in addictions and habits that you may want to break, but it's really difficult to acknowledge that and see that sometimes because you're just so conditioned to believe and see that it's like family is blood and, family for life. But yeah, it's oftentimes they're the ones that, you have to separate yourselves away from because the karmic energies will come, closest to us. But when we really kind of take sight of things, they're family and friends, people closest to us. They really are just souls here trying to help us along our soul journey and teach us. In the last lifetime, your mom was probably your brother, or, your sister was probably your mom. Continuously, you will travel with this tribe until you're able to learn what you can learn. So many of them are in the depths of these lessons right now. All right, guys. So just thought I would add some clarity in there. If you guys would like a reading with me, don't forget to check out the link in the description box. Just a 5-minute quick check-in if you guys would like a part 2 or if you're experiencing a lot of these darker energies on your journey. I'm here for you guys to talk you through it, okay? If you guys want to skip the wait times and just chat one-on-one, I do offer private one-to-one sessions on Hipsy. We can talk over the phone or we can text, all right? Join the memberships. There could be a part 2 or 3 in here for you as well. I love you guys. Take it easy. I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.